Welcome to Concept Learn.
Altitude. Altitude means height. So with the height, how the temperature is varying. So in the earlier class, we have learned that from the Earth's surface, the temperature decreases. In the troposphere, the temperature decreases as we move from the Earth's surface, right? So as height is increasing, the temperature is decreasing due to change in the pressure and adiabatic process. There is a change in air temperature. If you think this is the surface of the earth and this is troposphere. So as we move from the earth surface towards upper layers, the temperature will decrease. So how much it decrease? It decrease at the rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. So this is called lapse rate. This is a normal process it takes in the lower layer of the atmosphere, that is in troposphere. The temperature decreases at the rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer surface of the earth towards the upper layers. This is called lapse rate. When the decrease in temperature, it takes place at the rate of 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer. This is called adiabatic lapse rate. So normal lapse rate means the temperature will decrease at 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. Adiabatic lapse rate means the temperature will decrease at the rate of 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer. Adiabatic lapse rate, it is about 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer or 1 degree Celsius per 100 meter. When we are moving from Earth's surface towards upper layers of the atmosphere, so we know that the temperature is decreasing. So you know that when temperature decreases, pressure increases. In the upper layers of this atmosphere, condensation process is taking place. Condensation means conversion of water vapor to water. This is called condensation process. So why this condensation process taking place? Enduku water vapor anedi water ga maarutundi. So whenever water which is evaporated from the Earth atmosphere, it will be converted into the water vapor in the upper layers of the atmosphere and form clouds. Right? So water vapor in the atmosphere, it forms clouds. Whenever the temperature drops, it condenses into water and fall as precipitation. So if condensation occurs in the air, some amount of latent heat, it is released. That's why it is modifying the rate of temperature. So because of the condensation process, some amount of heat it is being released and there is a change in temperature. This is known as wet adiabatic lapse rate. When the temperature decreases at 10 degrees Celsius, it is called adiabatic lapse rate. In adiabatic lapse rate, we are having wet adiabatic lapse rate and dry adiabatic lapse rate. So dry adiabatic lapse rate means when the temperature decreases at 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer, it is called dry adiabatic lapse rate. Wet adiabatic lapse rate means when the temperature decreases about 5 degrees Celsius per kilometer, we call it as wet adiabatic lapse rate. So where the wet adiabatic lapse rate is taking place? Above the condensation level. Condensation level పైన జరిగేదాన్ని wet adiabatic lapse rate అంటారు. Below జరిగేదాన్ని dry adiabatic lapse rate అంటారు. అంటే కండెన్సేషన్ పాయింట్ తర్వాత డిక్రీజ్ ఇన్ టెంపరేచర్ అనేది తక్కువగా ఉంది. 1 కిలోమీటర్ మూవ్ అయితే 5 డిగ్రీస్ సెల్సియస్ మాత్రమే తగ్గుతుంది. అదే డ్రై అడియాబాటిక్ అంటే బిలో ద కండెన్సేషన్ లెవెల్. ఈ పాయింట్ లో 1 కిలోమీటర్ పైకి మూవ్ అయిన కొద్దీ మనకి 10 డిగ్రీస్ సెల్సియస్ అనేది తగ్గుతుంది. ద యావరేజ్ అడియాబాటిక్ lapse rate is about 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer height. Normal process. It decreases at 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. But in wet adiabatic lapse rate, you can see the decrease in temperature is about 5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. Dry adiabatic lapse rate, it is about 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer.